Well, Mr. R.L. Stine, if that's your real name. In 1992, you wrote a book called Welcome to Dead House. It was the very first book in the Goosebumps saga. Then, 3 years later, the first episode aired of the Goosebumps television show in 1995. I was 5 years old when that happened. Now, in school, I was told that we had to do book reports in elementary school, and I needed to select a book to read and then take a quiz on. Goosebumps was the very first book I've ever read in my life. I don't remember which one. I'm pretty sure it was Night of the Living Dummy, the very first one. I could be wrong, but like I said, it's been so long ago. Me being 28 years old. But I want to tell you this, Mr. R.L. Stine, if you're watching this, if somehow this video gets to you, I just want to say thank you. Now, last year, I was able to meet you in person. You were where I lived in the Charleston Civic Center. And ever since I heard that you were going to be there, I was more happier, more excited than anything in this world. It was a dream come true. But I'm going to start all those years back when I was a kid. Now, what does Goosebumps mean to me? Why do I like Goosebumps so much? It's a deep, deep bond that I had with my grandma and my brother. Every day from school, we would come home, do our homework, listen to shows on TV like Figure It Out, Double Dare 2000, all those really good 1990 shows. And then 2 episodes of Goosebumps would come on. One would be a new episode, and one would be an older episode. We watched those 2 episodes every day. Every day. Until they finally took it off TV, which I don't remember them taking it off for quite some time. But I just loved every episode of Goosebumps. I related to those kids. I thought, put myself in their position. I just really enjoyed being scared. I really enjoyed the story, the comedy in some of your episodes, and I really, really loved them. And like I said, Goosebumps was my very first book I ever read in school. And I loved it. And I read 2 more. But they took Goosebumps books out of our school, and I wasn't allowed to read any more Goosebumps. Of course, I could have went to the library, but by then, I was more into different things than just reading. I didn't pick reading back up until I started, I would say, high school, 9th grade. That's when I started actually reading for fun again. And right now, I have every one of your books, not every last one, but I have all your 62. I have every last one of your newest current books. I have all the Series 2000 now. But I still have a long way to go. And I don't want to make this video too long. Don't want to take up your time if you're watching this. I highly doubt you're going to ever watch this video. But if you do, I just wanted to say thank you so much. So many people have probably told you thank you. This was my childhood. Thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. But I just want to let you know how much it meant to me. It was a special bond that I had with my grandma. My grandma, when I was growing up, I used to live with her, me and my brother. Been that way since I was a baby going on. I didn't move out of my grandma's house until I was maybe 13. And my grandma pretty much raised me and my brother. Mom, she worked really long hours, and Dad, he had 3 jobs. So I lived with my grandma. And she loved horror movies. Now, when we moved out when I was 13, she quit watching them because she lived alone and she just didn't want to watch scary stuff anymore. But growing up, I was watching Child's Play, Tales from the Crypt, Goosebumps. I mean, I was watching pretty much it all. And it was just a special bonding kind of thing that I have with my grandma. So every time someone mentions Goosebumps to me, I think of my grandma. I think of those times when I was in school. And my happiest memory is going outside, playing in the dark. Because that's what me and my brother used to do when we were kids. They had this really interesting dirt pile. And it wasn't really like dirt. It was kind of like sand. It was really cool. We would go out there and just kind of make up stuff, just, 2 kids out having fun. Well, Grandma comes to the door, and it's not like bright sunny. It's like the sun's getting ready to come down, and it's like a reddish kind of coloring, if you know what I'm talking about. My grandma opens the door, says, "Boys, supper's done." And we go in, and she made my favorite meal, which is mashed potatoes, the homemade kind, the actual peeled ones, not the instant, macaroni and cheese, corn, and a burger patty. Not an actual cheeseburger, but a burger patty. We always called it the grandma meal because that's something that she's always fixed us. But we were eating that, and the newest episode of Goosebumps was coming on, and it was Phantom of the Auditorium. And we watched that, ate that, and that was a time in my life I would give anything to go back to. My grandma is no longer with me. She passed away August 7th, this past year. And memories like that will live in me forever. But I just want to let you know, last year, before my grandma passed away, I believe it was before, either before or after, but anyway, last year, I got to live my dream and actually meet you in person. And there was so many people there. There was 4,000 people there. And I know you were, just sign, move on. I get it. I understand that. When it was my turn to come up to you, I gave you my favorite book. It was Night of the Living Dummy 3. I've had that. It was like one of the first Goosebumps books I ever got. It was been with me through everything. And you can clearly see that the book was in pretty rough shape. And I told you that this book had been through a lot, and you looked at it and you kind of laughed, and you're like, yeah, it really has. And I told you it was my favorite book and stuff like that. And just you're smiling, and you signed it for me. And just that moment filled my heart. It was like I was in the 90s again. And thank you. I just want to say thank you again for creating these books, creating the stories that I grew up with, and making my dream come true. Now, I know to you it's an everyday thing. Like, everywhere you go, you sign people's books, and you don't really think too much about them. But I just want to let you know that it was really appreciative of me to get to meet you. And it would be really awesome if you watch this video. So, but anyway, thank you guys for enjoying the video. What does Goosebumps mean to you guys? Were you guys like me and have a special meaning behind Goosebumps? Was Goosebumps your favorite or your very first books you ever read? Just comment below and let me know why you like Goosebumps, why you're into Goosebumps. But that's the reason why I'm into them. And right now I am reading all the books. Every book I finish, I do a review, a silly review of on my channel. But I really love all of the Goosebumps books that I've read so far. Some are better than others, but I really do enjoy every one of them. So thank you guys so much. I'm Z3KO Trinity. Please comment below, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video. By the way, I'm in South Carolina for a vacation. This is the hotel room, so see you guys whenever I can.